Originally, this is a rock painting workshop. I really wanted to paint rocks for my garden, especially since I'm going to be home so much this spring and summer. And I felt like just opening up a portal for amazing people to connect in and we can create art together. I thought that would be a beautiful gift for this Easter weekend. We are in quarantine mode, so let's see what rocks and resourceful supplies people are bringing to our gathering today.
But I did find this sort of heart-shaped piece of lava rock that was, it's almost like pumice, and I'm hoping I can paint it. And a few other round rocks, river rocks that some had ended up on this property at some point. So I got stuff to work with for the garden.
We've been collecting rocks from the beach and from our garden. I have. And I've been wanting to paint rocks forever. And so this was a great opportunity to do that, but also spend time with Raven, who she and I worked together, gosh, several years ago. And I really miss your energy and your smile. So I think this is a fantastic opportunity.
One of the things was I found this today, and I'm going to make a little underneath a tree, at the bottom of a tree, create a little fairy house. And I'm going to create many of these, but this is like my first inspiration. When I went out hiking for rocks this morning, I came upon this and it was like, oh, there's my first little fairy doorway. So I'm going to work on that. And we're also painting pine cones just to hang around in the trees. My son is doing fluorescent ones that glow in the dark, so he's really excited about those because they're going to glow out there in the woods. So, yeah. That's what we're doing over here.
So my paints are in the other room. The rocks are still outside. And if I decide to abandon that project altogether, then I may be working on music, because that's what I am. I'm a songwriter. So I may be working over here with my MIDI keyboard and a Word document. So we'll see.
I want to really work with the totem of bee. And so this concept of the bees coming alive now with spring and pollination, and through that effort, they're gifting us our food, which I think more and more of us are becoming to realize the importance of fresh fruits and vegetables as we're in this quarantine mode that has a lot of frozen foods and canned foods. There's something about fresh foods that I think humanity is getting reminded about, and that has a dotted line right to the bee. And then another aspect of the bee is that community component, that collective of all of the individuals supporting a community tribe. And through this time, and it's even funny as I'm looking at this grid mode here on my computer, it's like honeycomb. So if you go in the upper right-hand corner of Zoom on a computer, you can see a grid of everybody that's here. And it's almost like a honeycomb effect. I can see each of these individual bees that are producing the sweetness and the elixir of your life, like the sweetness of your honey. Like, what are you pollinating in this world? What thoughts and actions and intentions are you bringing alive right now? That's important work. And through this collectiveness of us, then we get to create this honey, this rich, juicy, yummy, savory sweetness that we get to call life. And so I found this little thing, which is going to be like my beehive. And then I found a whole bunch of little rocks that I'm going to paint as bees. And so I'm going to be playing with the energy of bees. Let's see what fun projects people have been working on during our community creation time.
So for me, I knew the first thing I really wanted to do is create a spiral, and I had this nice flat rock. And then it was just took some courage to change colors mid-spiral. I just went with what colors I was attracted to. And when I looked up and I was like, what am I going to do? I don't want to just do something like boring. You know, I already did a heart, I did a spiral. Those are pretty like primal, you know, auto response kind of creations. And then I just looked up and saw my Ganesh, and I thought, oh, Ganesh, the remover of obstacles, you know, death and rebirth. And so I thought, can I do it? And then I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to do it. And it turned out pretty darn good. I'm really happy with it, you know.
Can you hold it up closer to the video? Oh my golly gee, that's fabulous.
Thank you.
Holy moly.
And the lesson for me is I can create something beautiful, meaningful, even if it's imperfect. I mean, it is not a perfect frog, but you know, it sort of looks like a frog. I mean, it's not done yet, but I don't know if you can see that. This one, can you see this one? Oops, I can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay, so the point is, it's not perfect, and I'm not really a visual artist at all, but it works, and it's imperfect, and it's fun, and it was wonderful. So thank you.
Yeah, the imperfections kind of got me. You know, I started off really well with this ladybug. Let me see it.
Oh, wow, look at that.
So I had to put the black down and put the red down. I'm waiting to put the little dots on. And this guy just got a little bit more mushy. This is the poorest one, and so it didn't dry as fast. And anyway, but it got me frustrated while I was doing it. But, you know, I got to just take the grace and the patience, and he'll come together, and not everything's perfect. But yeah, it's been a good process, and I want to show off my little orca whale. That's one of my.
Oh my goodness! Oh, that's fabulous!
And so, you know, there's little things that I see that I did wrong, but you know, it's okay to be imperfect, and you know, just remind me of this day. And so I love that my little ladybugs will be out in the garden, and I'll probably keep this little orca inside, but it'll remind me of this day where we all came together. And
well, I'm just kind of on this prayer flag making mission, because I just have all this fabric, and all the fabric I bought for everybody else to use, I pretty much have used it all up. This one says Montaña Sagrada on the middle right there, which is the name of our space here, which means Sacred Mountain. We do a lot of ceremonies and things here on the property, and getting ready to build a ceremony house and a whole bunch of things. We just got the greenhouse in the mail, and the guys got it assembled a couple days ago, and we're growing a bunch of veggies and things in pots and getting ready to transplant it. And then this one I haven't painted yet, but it's all just bleach. So when it bleaches out, it's going to be really cool. It's just really wet right now and thick, but these bleach pens on fabric is just the coolest thing ever. I love the way it comes out. Here's a little sample of like what it looks like when it bleaches out. Yeah, so Crew's painting this rock, which is a rainbow cloud in the sun.
Wow, look at that. Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah.
That's magical.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And from here, it looked like that rock had a white lion face with a rainbow mane.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I can kind of see that, actually.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yes, the mouth.
Totally. Yeah. Good eye, Natalie. Look at that.
Leave the video to see the lion.
Of course.
That's awesome.
I think it really inspired me more because, like my mom said, we haven't been doing a lot of painting. And I've learned that you can just be creative, and even if you make a mistake, you can always make something else that's even better.
That's very wise.
Yes. Yes. Can we see what you painted? Will you hold your rock up so we could see it?
Well, I've done two, but
Here, maybe I should bring this closer.
Yeah, let's see.
so I've done an ocean with a wave and birds.
Oh,
Raven.
I've also done a manta ray. I didn't really finish it, but
a manta. Oh, look at the eyes and the tail. Oh, that's lovely. I could tell you all live by the ocean. I started working on my bees, and it took a lot of layers to get a rich yellow. And that was really my lesson about developing my practice. It's not instantaneous. And each one of these rocks has its own personality. And then I started working on the beehive that says, be kind. Kindness is my core apprenticeship intention for my 7-year immersion in the middle world. And so I wanted to bring kindness in.
I'm so grateful. My spirit is uplifted from connecting with you all. We're on a big journey. I'm hopeful that it's an awakening for the collective and that we get to all gain something in our spirit from this experience, and that the losses that we witness and that we experience within ourselves will sort of allow us to focus on what's most important. So, thanks, Raven. Love you all.